saw that!
Gonna get ya!
Saw a move like that once, centuries ago. I am impressed. Leave some for the rest of us.
Won't slow Hulk down!
Still they persist. Is that everyone?
Friend got it!
I get to be the big
We should try that more often. You were too weak for this fight. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
So they're all looking at me for some reason. Stone.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
With extreme prejudice. Groovy. Mama said knock you out. Okay. Ow.
They are set on coming after me.
Friends are winning.
This shall be of great help. I
Hunter is tough. Friend got it.
Hopefully they learned their lesson, but we all know that's wishful thinking.
Sometimes you speak as if you have lived 1,000 years.
It feels like I have. I was once a queen, and also worshipped as a goddess. There was a time where I had a mohawk and covered everything in studs.
And here you are now, fighting alongside the Midnight Suns.
Yet another path I walk until something else calls to me. Did you ever go through a rebellious stage?
When I was young, I snuck out at night. I never strayed from the Abbey. Does that count?
Sneaking out past bedtime definitely counts. Bonus points if you're meeting a sweetheart.
Speaking from experience there.
Perhaps. Change is always liberating. It's never too late to start fresh. I'll gladly accept this. I was hoping we could get to know each other.
Of course. I am available to answer any questions.
So you're an open book, huh? You don't find it hard opening up to people.
I enjoy satisfying the curiosity of my friends.
That's very generous of you.
You do not share yourself?
I do. But there are some things that need to be kept close to the chest.
May I ask you a question now?
By all means.
Your powers are unlike anything I have ever seen. It is incredible. Was it difficult honing them?
You flatter me. I've learned to control my powers, just like our colleagues in the Abbey. While my abilities are impressive, they can be strenuous.
How so?
Apologies, Hunter. That is something I'd like to keep to myself.
We are still establishing boundaries. There is no need to tell me right away.
Thank you for respecting them. Answers will come in due time.
Lucky for us, I'm not going anywhere.
I sure hope not, prophecy killer. I think that's enough for now. Your patience will be rewarded, Hunter. Just not today.
Knock these on the bones. No pain, no gain. Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
New and improved.
See you around.
Good. I was hoping for something to do. And Hydra rears its ugly head. Pick a bad guy. Any bad guy.
I'm ready. I enjoyed spending time with you, Hunter. Can you believe you're just one small part of this universe? Not to get all existential on you.
Thanks, Hunter.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Until next time.
I have lots to talk about. Too much.
We will pull on. Practice makes perfect.
New and improved.
All right then.
I am done with all this mysterious secrecy business, and you have got to get over it.
This isn't about me trying to be mysterious, Ileana.
Then tell them. Tell them what you know about the God Killer. Right now.
Tony and I have been researching this God Killer as best we can. We've been limited by what's available to us here in the Abbey.
I should hope you have found something by now.
Well, the fact of the matter is that I have. It's a bit troubling, to tell you the truth. I really need to double-check my findings. There are a few more scrolls I should consult.
If you are not ready to share information with me, then I trust you to let me know when the time is right.
I appreciate your confidence in us. However, I fear the time may never be right. Perhaps I should tell you now. I suspected this blade had a connection to Chthon, but I didn't realize how intimate that connection truly was.
I am not sure I like where this is going.
I feel unclean even saying these words, but the God Killer wasn't just made to fight Chthon, it's made of Chthon.
I'm sorry. This is somehow worse than what I was expecting. Could you repeat that?
The ancient texts tell of Chthon's last appearance in our plane when the forces of humanity assembled to drive him back, and in doing so, they sliced off part of the Dark God. That part was lost to the ages, until now. It has resurfaced, now forged into a weapon. The God Killer.
Incredible.
part of me feels we should throw it into the forge right now and wash our hands of it completely.
Throw it away so quickly? When we barely understand it or what it could do?
You're right, I'm only speaking about my feelings on the matter. Whatever this weapon can do, we need to know. It may be our last hope.
I feel drawn to it, like it wants me to pick it up.
I suspect you're the only one who could do it. Every attempt I've made to touch it has not gone well.
I knew it. I knew you were holding back something.
I had intended to consult with Hunter privately before telling the whole team, but yes, now you know.
I suspected it was part of Cathar. We don't normally encounter daggers that immediately make you feel like you want to throw them far out to sea. But if you feel like picking it up, go on.
I can feel the power of it, rising and falling, like it is breathing.
I could use something like that as a nightlight.
A weapon like this is not to be trifled with. I think we're very lucky that Red Skull kept it buried away as deep as he did.
What, was he socking it away for a rainy day?
He probably thought he could use it to kill Lilith.
This world's only big enough for one psycho-narcissist tyrant, I guess.
And now it is ours, and let nothing stand in our way.
Of course. Never mind.
Oh, knock it off with the mysterious stuff. Just come out and say what's on your mind.
It's entirely possible Lilith could have an entirely different use for the God Killer. She could use it to complete Chthon.
Well, that changes things.
Hunter, I need you in the war room as soon as possible.
It's good to see you and not try to kill you.
Hey, Hunter. Beginning decryption sequence. Tony might take all the credit for this thing, but just imagine... Ready for some hero work?
I think I can do that for you.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Thanks, Hunter.
Let's talk, Hunter.
Just tell me what to smash.
We're almost there, kiddo. Finish what you need to finish, while there's still time.
I will let you know when I am ready.
Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. This is some of my best work. I'm here if you need me.
Hey.
Who's a good girl? It is my Charlie girl. Agatha.
What brings you to the library at this hour?
In your reading about Chthon, have you come across anything about a weapon made from a piece of his body?
This is about the God Killer, isn't it?
It is.
You already know what it's made of. Why are you so interested in knowing more?
I feel a connection with it.
Well, the hilt and your collar were crafted by your ancestors.
Yes, but it is the blade that glows when I come near it, almost as if it recognizes me.
It recognized you?
Yes. It seemed to respond to my presence.
Curious. I wish I had an explanation for you, but I don't. Since Strange learned of the Blade's more than disturbing origins, I've been doing more digging on the subject. While I haven't come across anything specific about the God Killer or its apparent tendency to illuminate, I did find one hopeful nugget of information about it that should come as some comfort to you.
Please continue.
There is... If Red Skull kept the God Killer as a means of... According to the texts I've been reading, only Chthon can kill Chthon. If that blade really is made from him, the question is, are you sure you're up to taking your mother's life in order to end Chthon's? Because the God Killer now makes that possibility.
Yes, even if it means sacrificing.
I hope with all...
But I must prepare myself.
Do not give up hope on you. You have made friends here. There are so many.
And that is why I must do everything in my...
If there's one thing I love about it, deserves to go on. Oh, yes, you do. Like you said, you die for them. You, my dear, have the weight of the... Perhaps getting some rest.
And you act...
Not this one. Not until
I enjoyed spending time with you, Hunter. I imagine it gets tense in here. I think Dahlia might be hiding with the Morlocks.
Here's some Storm
The
DLC,
Morlocks?
part 2, I think.
Mutants who live in the tunnels beneath the city, and who stay away from the X-Men. There's a homeless encampment by an entrance to the Morlock tunnels. Vampires have attacked it 3 times this week.
That cannot be a coincidence. Do you think the vampires are hunting this child?
I don't know. The city's most vulnerable population is being erased, mutants and humans alike, disappearing from shelters, off the streets.
The vampires go after anyone the world would not miss.
Or even notice.
Until now.
I was gonna try to do all the X-Men with magic, but I'm locked into this one.
Save everyone you can, and keep your eyes open for Dahlia.
I'm looking.
Me too. I just don't like what I see.
The more the merrier.
Now it's the city's unhoused population. These depraved creatures have no shame.
They do not seem to feel anything at all. Only their hunger drives them.
And yet they're still on the trail of Dahlia, with these people caught their way.
You're in the right place. At the very least, you can deny the vampires their next meal.
This is what you came for!
I am impressed.
Crude, but effective.
Even in a city as renowned as New York, these people have still been left behind.
The lack of empathy is not unique to this city, or this time. Society often turns its back on those who are different.
And those with unusual abilities.
We've all felt it in one way or another. Maybe it doesn't have to be that way for Dahlia. I will.
This is a serious predicament for you.
Look to the skies.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Your fate was already sealed. I have
That should help. More of them are joining the fight.
We're fortunate these are resourceful people. Most of them must have escaped before things got bad.
To survive like this, they must always be looking over their shoulders.
Stay down.
We are being watched.
Let them watch. Give them no cause to fear us.
It's all right. You'll be as good as new.
Dahlia?
Aurora? What are you doing here?
I tried to find you at the orphanage, but...
But what?
It seemed you were in distress. I wanted to help.
I'm not the one who needs help. Look around you. I can do more here than wearing a fancy yellow suit. The Morlocks took me in. They just welcomed me into their family. But now someone is trying to tear our family apart.
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. You say you're all about protecting mutants, but it's only the ones who live in that mansion. You don't even see people like us.
That's not true.
What happened here?
We were attacked by creatures. We don't know what they are or what they want. Most of us fled after the last attack. Some are too wounded to move. I just need more time to heal them.
What can we do?
You really want to help? Stop those things from killing my family.
if these vampires are truly stockpiling victims. There is something much greater at work here.
As if their torment of these people was not enough.
It is never enough. There always seems to be a darker purpose waiting to reveal itself.
At least it keeps us busy.
Nice move, bub.
We'll shake our loyalty.
The forces of nature conspire against us.
Whatever gets the job done.
Brace yourself.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Had your chance. Here comes a few more.
These Morlocks, they live here, beneath the city? Why have I not seen them before?
These sewers have been home to all kinds.
They've survived by avoiding unnecessary attention. And much like their counterparts on the surface, many people do not.
The modern world continues to surprise me. I had expected better.
You ain't good enough for me.
There is no escape.
Gotta admit, the kid's pretty good.
Are you prepared?
Or that easily.
Now you're starting to piss me off.
Not good enough.
You got some backup coming.
We must find these other victims Dahlia mentioned. Who knows what suffering they have experienced at the hands of these vampires?
There are endless tunnels here. It will not be easy.
It never is.
The elements bow to me.
Fear of death.
That must have taken practice.
There is nowhere to run.
There will be no escape. The elements have blessed me. Anything for a friend.
No complaints here.
Face your end.
Kiss a goodbye.
I'm sure the Morlocks will be grateful, in their own quiet way.
Dahlia! It's over. You're safe.
Thank you, Aurora. And the rest of you. We're not used to people looking out for us.
Is there anything else we can do?
No, we'll be all right. I've healed the others. We'll move where they can't find us.
Dahlia, you don't have to be alone. The X-Men would welcome you.
Thanks, but I'm not alone. And I can't abandon my family for yours.
All right. And if you ever need me...
You'll be the first we call.
Goddess be with you. All of you.
Don't tell Storm, but I understand where Dahlia is coming from. Hunter,
What do you need?
Storm seems off. I haven't seen her.
Of course.
You both know what it means to lead. She sees you as a peer, whereas I will always be her student. You may be able to reach her in a way I cannot.
All right. I will seek her out.
Thank you. Oh, and don't tell her I asked you to do this.
You were right about the Abbey being special. It's beautiful out here.
I like to come here when I am feeling down.
Subtlety is not your strong suit. You want to ask about Dahlia, yes?
Dahlia believes you only care about the X-Men who choose to join. Her words hurt you.
Not exactly, but they've left me to wonder. And the act of self-reflection is often uncomfortable.
I do not follow.
Her comment has caused me to think about how I treat my students. I don't think I choose favorites, but what if I do without realizing it? Regardless, I'm relieved to see her safe and happy with her found family. I'll keep worrying about her until the vampires are taken care of.
I relate. The Midnight Suns are my family, and I share the same concerns over their safety.
That almost sounds silly, worrying about people with powers. But I appreciate your words. It feels good to know I am not alone.
I think the fear is natural. Having abilities puts targets on our backs.
That is a good point.
Just because we are strong does not mean we are invincible.
Where were you when I was a teenager? That's what leadership is. Knowing when to step in and when to respect boundaries.
How do you know?
They'll straight up tell you. Or you'll just feel it.
Sounds complicated.
It gets easier with time. Thank you for coming to check on me, Hunter. Leaders often have to take these burdens on by themselves.
I am not a leader.
Oh, please. I call it like I see it. Is there anything else?
How did you meet Dahlia?
I learned of her through the X-Men. Once mutants hit a certain age, their powers manifest. I went to offer Dahlia a place at Xavier's school, but she turned me away.
Was that the only time you approached her?
No. The second time I tried, the orphanage told me she had run away. I'm thankful she found companionship among the Morlocks.
I have never heard of a Morlock before.
Morlocks are mutants who are visually distinct. I'm hesitant to call them different, but they avoid the X-Men.
Different?
Some Morlocks may have a gelatinous body, while others have horns growing from their head. Again, visually distinct.
Do you think the vampires are after Dahlia or the Morlocks?
It's hard to say. I do not know what they would want with either of them.
Dahlia and the Morlocks are both mutants. Maybe the answer lies there.
It's possible there's a connection there. I'd rather destroy the vampires before we find out for certain.
No.
Of
Storm is a good mentor. How did it go?
We talked. It is...
Yes, yes.
Whatever the vampires want with the Morlocks can't be good. Look, it's giving me goosebumps.
Dahlia's a good kid.
If anything, Storm should be proud of her for doing the right thing.
Why would vampires drag people away?
Can I to be certain? It's exhilarating.
You will need to elaborate.